Well, hello everyone. Joanne Williams here for Anxiety Simplified. So, welcome. Today, I would like to share with you an understanding I have as a 30-year mental health professional around panic attacks. I just feel like there's so much misinformation. You can see an earlier broadcast of this explaining more particulars about what an anxiety attack is. But today I want to tell you what you can do about them, how you can do this yourself. And I want to show you how your fear and your imagination is really what's getting in your way to be able to know how to control them. And part of what I'll also be sharing is my 3-step CAPIT system on a conscious action plan on how to knock out your panic attacks or knock them down to size so you can feel like you can control them in just 3 steps. So I'm going to show you a little bit of this in the presentation I'm going to do. And you're in this book, you're going to be able to see what some of the symptoms are and basically how to manage these panic attacks yourself by really understanding what are some of the thoughts that trigger them. And you can have this workbook with the course to really go through this. So you can do this. You can take these steps yourself. And I really hope this presentation that I will talk through as I present it, so you will understand why you have not been able to conquer your panic attacks. So, as you can see in this presentation, this is going to be about, and here's a way to find out more at anxietysimplified.net, but this is going to understand why you have not been able to conquer your panic attacks yourself. And as I move through this, I want you to really see that it's part of your imagination is the reason why. As I hide this panel, so I don't know if that's going to be in here. There we go. Hopefully that is out of our way so you don't see that. So as you just look at this picture, what is going on here? Let your imagination see it for yourself. What do you see here? Is this a woman being blown away in a hurricane, or a tornado that's coming through? And again, your mind is going to be imagining what's going on here. And is there anything real about it? But it is your imagination that does decide if this is to be feared and you need to run away from it or to be enjoyed. But basically, your brain is a processor of previous experiences that happened in your life that now can come back as probabilities for you to be afraid of or not. And that's exactly what happens in panic attacks. And that's what I'm going to explain as I go through this. But it's from your past experiences. So that may be what you see in this picture. And here again, what does your mind think? Is it going to work for you or against you? Because our imagination gets us from point A to point B. And it all starts in your mind first. If you're going to create a house or even a new kitchen, it's not there, right? How do you get it into form or to be created? It has to start in your mind, or you use a program, put this here, put that there, but you have to create it. That is your imagination. Or part of your emotional connections is the only way that you can really do it. The logic, yes, you can make it straight and all those kinds of things, but it's your imagination that makes the beauty flow in it. So I want you to know that your mind is going to work for you or against you, even with your emotions, okay, or your panic attack, even depression, or in a post-traumatic stress disorder explosion, when you just kind of can act out, angry, or freeze up or close down. I want you to know Anxiety truly has a purpose. It is to tell you a piece of information, a message to get prepared so that you know what to do next time. So you don't have to keep thinking it round and round and thinking it over again. You can really bend your will to what you want if you use that imagination in that way for you, not against you. And again, here it is. Can you use it for your own version of life, of creativity, of building that kitchen or that house? How are you going to use your imagination for you or against you? I've developed what I call the emotional tension and release, ETR. And if I want you to think about it, and actually last month I did our show on just that. So you can see a bigger presentation. I'm including it here in actually my panic attack course, a way for you to be able to actually manage or conquer your panic attacks yourself that I will be offering you. But if you look at this picture, you see in the movie theater, oh no, we're in a scary movie or the drama is happening. We know something's going to happen. You can literally feel, right? The emotions, the tension building. And you know there's going to be some dramatic thing happen, a murder or whatever. And then that tension gets released. Oh, thank goodness. And it goes down and you can feel relief. Well, this is what needs to happen to get relief, even from an anxiety, panic attack, even in depression from sadness or PTSD when it is either anxiety or depression happening. What emotions are truly meant to do is roll in and roll out, just like the tide. It flows, okay? And in this tension and release method, what we're going to want to do is look at this picture of this model of how your emotions should flow. They build like in the movie, but you sit with it, you stay with it, you don't do anything, you can't run. Well, maybe you will. Well, don't. Just sit with it and allow it and feel it and know you're okay. And then you could just be present with it and it gets released and you feel relief and you just are okay. And that is really a nice ebb and flow of emotions. Now, if we look at what happens in an anxiety attack or panic attack, we consider them the same. There's an emotional situation. You could call it the drama in the movie, or it's usually like something like being in crowds, social situations. Maybe it's flying in a plane for you, whatever that is, it starts to elicit emotions. Oh, what if this happens? Or a thought, really. It starts with a thought. Oh, what if I, do this and I'm embarrassed? Or what if I fly and I get sick, or I'm going to be embarrassed, or whatever that is, you can feel the tension building from these thoughts. And I call them catastrophic thinking or worst case scenario thinking that builds this tension. It's increasing as the time gets closer to the social event or the flying on the plane. And then maybe if you have that pattern of going into a panic attack where your heart races, you get hot, sweaty, short of breath, or even feel like, oh my God, I'm going to die if I stay in this, and you run out. That's what this, as you keep going around this circle, instead of feeling the anxiety to relief, you bail out. You avoid. You do not sit with it. You do not feel it as in this one and be present with it. And you just feel it and know you're going to be okay. And it flows through you. That is how to control your fear syndrome, truly is what it is, or anxiety to progression to panic. You bail out, you avoid, you can't tolerate to just sit with it and know you're going to be okay. The thoughts keep coming, but, oh my God, oh my gosh, I'm going to die is really the catastrophic way that you look at this. However, there is something you can do about it yourself. And that is what I do call my 3-step system to conquer your anxiety or panic attacks. In the Capit system that I was just showing you, it walks you through this, as well as I have a 3-video set that I'll offer you at anxietysimplified.net. And I'm going to tell you exactly what the 3 steps are right now. And I'm going to take it through so you can even practice this right now, so you can see the benefit, see how this works, because truly this has to be practiced. All right, number 1, recognize your fear cycle. That's your C. Consciously become aware. You've got to start noticing. When is it? Is it when I fly? Is it social? Is it that presentation? Is it public speaking? Whatever it is, know your situation. Don't avoid the feeling, the emotion. And you're going to create, a conscious action plan to cap it. I call it put a cap on it so that it goes down. You do not have to have this cycle of fear or the fear syndrome fear loop that you just stay in because you haven't figured out how to conquer these panic attacks yet. I'm going to show you how. It really is to stop the progression of the anxiety or that panicky thinking that goes right into a panic attack. I can't breathe. I don't know what to do. That panicky type feeling, okay? But I'm going to teach you how to breathe to calm. In one of the other videos you can find here, I think it may have been, I'm not sure what month, about probably 4 months ago, I taught the vagus breathing technique, the 4 and 8, a breathing technique. It's so simple, science proven that with what the scientific research showed was doing the 4 and 8, breathing, inhale to count of 4, exhale to the count of 8. You can actually send a calming chemical into your system to calm you immediately within minutes. And I'm going to do it here with you because I want you to see how this can work for you. If you look at step 1, and maybe you can even wind yourself up a little bit thinking about something you do have to do, or just I want you to imagine it. We're going to use our imagination here. And I want you to feel in your body before we do this breathing. Where do I hold the tension as I think about this? With panic attacks, you can have tingling and numbness in your hands, feet, or lips. You can have pressure on your chest. Your breathing can get labor through your mouth and quick. So I want you to notice, what do you do, or where do you hold this tension in your body right now? And we are going to do the 4 and 8 breathing for 1 minute, 5 rounds of this. And then I want you to notice and experience, where do you now feel it in your body? What do you feel released? And you're going to feel this release of the emotional tension release. Okay? Because this breathing will help you feel calmed. So you do not have to avoid. So you can actually sit with this emotion, this fear, this sadness, whichever it is that you are in right now. So I want you to sit back, start to breathe in through your nose, and I'm going to kind of count it a little bit with my fingers. Just breathe in through your nose to the count of 4. Inhale. 3, 4, breathe out through your mouth, the count of 8. 6, 7, 8, breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. 5, 6, 7, 8, breathe in through your nose. 2, 3, 4, so slowly out through your mouth. 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in through your nose. 4. Breathe out through your mouth. 6, 7, 8. One more time. Breathe in through your nose. 3, 4. Breathe out through your mouth. 6, 7, 8. That's it. That's 1 minute. And then I want you to notice now, how do you feel? Notice in your body. Notice what you were thinking, or you don't have any thoughts, is what I hear a lot of it. Stop my thoughts. Oh, I feel clear headed. I hear that one all the time. Oh my gosh, I feel like my shoulders lowered. I feel like there's pressure off my chest. I feel calm, is what I hear every single day. I do this with every single client I talk to, and they every at 100% feel a relief. I want you to notice in your, where did you feel it? Tell your brain, oh my gosh, I do feel differently, and I can feel calmer. And what you want to go into step 3 now is to feel reassured. So you feel calm now. You can get out of your emotions. So you can't think and feel at the same time. So now you're out of your emotion. Go into your logic. Oh my gosh, I can do this. If I can handle that calm, I can sit with this. We did that 1 minute. I only sat with this 1 minute and I did it. Get into your logic. And this is where you use your imagination for good. Look at what I can do for in the future. I can go on that plane. I can do this presentation, no problem now. I know I can stand up there. I'll do the breathing before I go up. I feel so much calmer. I can look right at whomever my point that I'm be looking at and give this with more enthusiasm than I ever thought I could, because I'm not so anxious. Or just create that picture, your imagination of the good stuff happening now. It's now. I'm present. It's happening now. I can calm this. Instead of thinking of that past, you were looking in the past at the fear of that imagined thing that happened. That might even been from a childhood's view of the boogeyman in the closet. And it looks so big. You breathe, you're going to look down on it now in a perspective and going, really? That's not that hard at all. You can do this. You do need to practice it. You will have the Capit workbook, as well as 3 videos of me that you can go through this again and again so that you can practice this and do it yourself. And this is at anxietysimplified.net. And you can seek there. You can get the free version if you want. There's a free worksheet. It doesn't have the in-depth that of the journaling that it does with the action Capit system, but you can, that's included with the 3-step videos, or you can buy it alone also. But there you can find this. And you can do this yourself. Can you imagine now how you can feel? You can fly, you can go into meetings, you can do things that will propel your own success, your own personal productivity. If it's not being slowed down, how about a relationship? Before I go on it, I have more confidence because I can breathe through this and I can think more logically. I can tell where somebody's a jerk or not. I can feel it in my bones. I know these things for sure. If you can just get to the reassurance in step 3. So that is my 3-step Capit system that you can learn to conquer your panic attacks yourself. Go to anxietysimplified.net. You can see it for yourself. You can buy it right there. And I am available to you through the contact page at anxietysimplified.net, and contact me. I'll email you right back. If you want just a strategy session first, say that. I would really like a strategy session first to see if I can really do this. And I will show you how you can, or we can work together if that's something you would rather do. But really, this is getting to reassurance. Whatever's going to reassure you, help you to feel like you can do this. That's what this was designed from my 30 years as a mental health professional. That you can do this. You can journal through this to chart really and to understand your fear cycle that progresses into a panic attack, PTSD episode. It's the same to me. Or even depression, the sadness you can't sit with, you avoid. You can't stand this feeling. It hurts too deeply. No, all of this, it's not going to kill you. That's what sometimes it feels like, even in a panic attack. That's actually one of the symptoms. I feel like I'm going to die. Yeah. And PTSD, avoidance, is one of the number one symptoms, re-experiencing and avoidance. So again, you're bailing out before just sitting with this. And once you do this, you'll see, oh my gosh, I sat with this 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or promise you, I'm only going to sit with this for 3 minutes and see if it works. And oh my goodness, I do feel better, but I'm too afraid. I'll bail out right now. But I promised myself I'm going to come back. I'll stay 5 minutes. I didn't die. My 5 minutes is up. Can I take it longer and longer? Oh my gosh, it relieved. Oh, I feel my breath. Oh my gosh, there's a letdown. I feel the relief. I can do this. So maybe it takes a little practice, but you can do this. I promise you, you can do this or ask for help. Okay. Go to anxietysimplified.net. You can ask me for more help if that's what you would like. I hope you enjoyed my presentation today on how you can conquer your panic attacks. Or if you do have or choose to, I also certify for emotional support animals for housing or psychiatric service dogs to be able to fly with, or now to go on a plane with you. If you do, and what I do is I do it by video chat, that you do have to have a diagnosis, again, that your dog helps you with those symptoms in some way, that you could actually take them in public with you to restaurants, stores, if they're a psychiatric service dog, go everywhere with you. If that needs to be part of what you need in your life to be able to move more into the world. All for now.